Welcome to the Subsplash Product Event. We're excited to have you join us today to see the latest releases to the Subsplash Platform. My name is Tim, and I'm the founder and CEO of Subsplash. Nearly 2 decades ago, Subsplash began with the mission of innovating and building incredible technology through a company that glorifies God and proclaims Jesus as Lord, the Messiah. Today, that same mission fuels everything we do as we equip tens of thousands of forward-looking churches and ministries across the world. Over the past year, our team has worked diligently to expand and enhance the platform, adding powerful tools designed to equip your ministry. We even have 70 million people watching messages, connecting with their communities, and donating billions of dollars to bless people around the world. We've been leveling up media delivery, live streaming, donor management and giving tools, mobile and TV apps, communication tools, events management, and beyond. We're committed to serving you and innovating with excellence. The releases that we're going to be showing you today are created to support your mission of making disciples and sharing the love and truth of Jesus with the world. So today, you're going to hear from some of our amazing team members who will share the progress that we've made and preview what's coming next. Each of these advancements is a testament to the dedication of our team and our passion to serve you in your ministry. So what we have today for you is very exciting. Let's jump right in.
We reflect our city. I think that's probably the best way to say it. Angelus Temple is the founding Foursquare church, and we are a church that really works to see the other, hear the other, and whatever the need is, find it and fill it. Our main goal is to win souls for the kingdom. That is why we exist. So with our previous providers, Planning Center, PushPay, MailChimp, it was maybe more distracting than anything. But if something came up with one, you needed to reach out and wait. And then if something came up with another one, then all of a sudden you're juggling 2 conversations about 2 different issues. And with the staff our size, that was a lot of running around, and Pastor Brad and our executive team came together and decided that we wanted to bring everything as much as we can under one roof. It took one conversation before Subsplash was brought into my field of view. Being able to consolidate everything, it just made it so simple. And I will never forget how gracious they were and willing to work alongside us with any questions that we had. So it was overwhelming for no one. Having multiple tools has really enabled us to engage our congregants more. The notifications are huge. The event calendar is perfect, especially since we can sync up to the website. And moving the website to the Subsplash platform was really a gift. I was able to take that responsibility on myself. And I was super hesitant because I'd never done anything like that before. It was really kind of one of those things where if I can do it, anybody can do it. So in regards to giving and the transitioning of that process, there was a lot of over communication with our church, which definitely helped us. And it was really smooth. I fully believe that we have grown. Working with Subsplash as a whole, it's been a joy. And I think my personal favorite thing is that you guys are excited to ask questions with us and dive into the what ifs. It makes it feel like there's no ceiling. And as I think about Angelus Temple's partnership with Subsplash, one of the things that's exciting is that when both are working for the same goal, combine that with skill and the desire to go after what God's doing, I don't know how you get better than that.
Well, welcome to our Subsplash Product Event. Man, what an awesome story from our partners over there, Angelus Temple. And I love hearing about the impact of what we're doing here at Subsplash and just hearing all that we are able to do to help our clients. And so we are so excited to have you here with us. We're going to share some of our recent releases, some upcoming releases coming down in 2025. But welcome to our Subsplash Product Event. Here at Subsplash, we are really excited and confident about these innovative tools that we're going to talk about today. And really, the reason why we do this is to have a kingdom impact in your local community. So I'm really excited. We got a lot to go over, and it's going to be a good time. Now, Speaking of local communities, why don't you drop in the chat where you're tuning in from? I am in sunny Miami, Florida, where it is still 85 degrees out here. I would love to have some fall weather, but we don't have that right now. But I'm so happy to be here with you all. So go ahead and drop where you're coming from. Where we've got people from literally across the country, across the world joining us. Also, we have a Q&A that we're going to be doing throughout the event. Right, we're going to be dropping some new releases, some new features, new things that maybe you have questions about. How does it do this, or can you help me with that? If you have those questions, do not hesitate. Go ahead and drop that in the Q&A. We literally have a team of product owners, platform specialists, people that are here to help you and answer any of the questions that you may have as we get going with our event today. So, my name is Manny, and I am so happy to be here with you all. I get the pleasure of being on the client success side of Subsplash. So we get to work with our clients, right? Get to see the impact that they're making, helping them reach more people, engage more people. And it's just a really, really joy. We have a phenomenal team of client success members across the country here to help you navigate tech and navigate the Subsplash platform. I was going to have Aaron, my coworker, join us today, but unfortunately he's under the weather. So I was so bummed to have Aaron not be with us. However, though, we are excited to have our Chief Product Officer, Steven Testone, join us. Steven, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Excited to be here. I'm a bit of a downgrade from Aaron's, but I'm going to do my best to jump in here last minute and fill in. I'm just excited and honored to be a part of this team and just to get to, show you all the hard work that we've been doing and unveil all the things that we're really excited about. Just personally, the joy I get from knowing that like what we're doing day in and day out, get to use our gifts and talents to just make the truth of Jesus accessible to everyone and just to kind of help spread God's kingdom as much as we can in all that we do. So happy to be here and just excited to, get to show off a little bit what we're working on.
Absolutely. And one cool side note, some of you may know this, but Steven actually is a church planner. He planted a church in the Austin area, and he uses all like these tools. So it's so cool that like you get to be a part of, hey, should we do this? Should we do that? But also that you're using that day to day, which is always just a neat thing to mention. So we appreciate you, Steven, and your heart for the ministry, your heart for the church, and your heart for pastors is really evident in every single thing that we do here at Subsplash. So, okay. Hey, we got a lot that we're going to cover over today. So here's our agenda. Maybe you're walking in, getting your coffee from your church office, you're pulling up your laptop, and like, what is this event about? What are we going to be talking about? So these are the products that we're going to be highlighting today, right? We're going to be going over our giving platform, some of the updates and releases on that. We'll have our event management tool, going over some recent releases on the media platform, as well as websites, groups, and then we got some exciting announcements at the end about coming 2025, which we are really, really pumped for that. So let's get right into it. But before we get into the content, we are going to do a giveaway. So we're going to do a $100 gift card giveaway. So these are the people that have registered and are online right now joining us in. So I'm excited to announce that the winner of our $100 gift card is Noah Blounce from Northside Baptist. Congratulations, Noah. Our team will be following up with you, and they'll make sure that you go ahead and get your $100 gift card. So congrats on that. Also, we will be doing another giveaway later in the event. We are going to be giving away an iPad Air. So if you want to enter in to win for that, go ahead and click on the enter to win on your screen. It's probably showing up right now on the screen in front of you. Make sure that you submit that so that you can be entered to win an iPad Air that we will announce later on today in the event. So we got a lot to go over, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But first, I want to invite Chris Sharp, our CRO. He's going to take it from here.
Thanks, Manny. Congrats, Noah. I hope you enjoy it. Whatever you're going to buy, I'm sure it's going to be good. And we are excited to be here. I have loved this mission statement from my early days at Subsplash, and this isn't changing. We're here to glorify God and proclaim Jesus is Lord by building a great company that drives for humility, innovation, and excellence to delight billions of people on the Subsplash platform. We are dreaming about a 100-year vision for how we fulfill this mission and equip every church to make more and better disciples. So as we think about that, we identify pain points and opportunities along the discipleship journey. Every bit of technology we build is centered on this. How are we helping you as the church, move people from discovery through attending, participating, growing, and participating in community, and then evangelism. Because here's the reality. The average person spends 46 hours, more than a full-time job per week, on their phone. Just think of how much time that is. And hopefully you are using your time effectively on your phone. But in contrast, how much time do we have as the church to effectively disciple our people? Maybe we're getting a couple hours a week, or on average, if the average person comes once every month or two, we're getting 2 hours every few months. So it's critical that we engage our people beyond Sunday. And we believe here at Subsplash that world-class engagement and leveraging the best of technology of our day invites people to participate in your mission, which then drives discipleship, serving, generosity, and growth. And that's why we build innovative solutions for today's church. And so what do we mean when we talk about that? Well, we're blessed to work with 20,000 churches and ministries to help them drive deeper engagement with one connected platform. So I'm going to tell you real quick, high level, just about what that means and what we describe in that. So first, websites, we want to make it easy and simple for you to connect to, engage with people online, but this is really for discovery. How do people find you? How do they learn? This is for and should be designed for that new person that's trying to discover you, making sure that we build in the little tools to make it easy and beautiful, but also some SEO optimization. And then second, as we talked about engagement, drive them to your own space, which is your apps. This is where people are engaged. Think about the difference between rented spaces, which might be YouTube, Facebook, and social, versus owned spaces, your own website and app. And we want to drive them there because maybe they're watching that sermon there on your app, and now they can see that group. Now they can see that event that you're promoting or make a gift, right? So we want to drive them through that engagement. And always, churches are content creators, so we built the most robust sermon delivery platform, from live streaming, syndicating through on-demand audio and video, going out to all of your channels, your own apps, your website, and syndicating to YouTube and Facebook as one platform. And from there, we believe, because if we're engaging people, that drives generosity. We built a platform processing billions of dollars a year and saving churches millions, because we want to have beautiful experiences and the best tech, but also save you money on every transaction, so you're keeping more of that donation. And finally, all of this data flows through into our management system. It's one connected tool that's helping you know your people. Volunteer management, child check-in, SMS and email tools, all connected together in one comprehensive platform built for maximizing your kingdom impact. So as we move forward, we're going to showcase some of the great innovations we've rolled out in the past year. Some you may not know, and we'll go into more detail on many of these, but this is just a quick taste of all that we've recently rolled out. So we're going to show you this quick video and get into more detail. Let's go.
Wow, so exciting! So many things to see. I'm sure some of you are seeing some of those things just fly in the video, and you're like, "Oh man, I want to hear more about that. I want to hear more about that." We are going to take a deeper dive on some of those components that you just saw. But man, I'm excited about the rate of innovation, Stephen, and just our heart to continue to make the product better. And I think that's really the heart of Subsplash, right? Is we don't just want to make something and just let it be, but continuing to innovate. What do our churches need? Where is it? What are they wanting to do? And how can we come alongside that? So I'm really pumped. All right. Now we're going to get into giving, which is absolutely one of my favorite parts of our platform. A couple of reasons for that. One, like what a unique opportunity that we get to fuel your mission, to come alongside what you're already doing and be a part of that. And I think it uniquely displays the heart of our company, right? And how we decided to go about helping churches with giving from a different perspective, right? So for us, we're always thinking about how can we innovate giving to accelerate that growth, again, back to that kingdom impact in your local community, right? So a couple of things that we're going to talk about today and a couple of things we'll dive into is, expanding what type of donations you're able to bring in, right? Different donation types so that people that want to give can give, right? One of the things that I know Stephen and the team have been working on a lot in the last couple of years is making it easier for your admin, right? Having a streamlined workflow for how you all are running your books, dealing with different data, all that stuff, making sure that that is easy to use. We already know that people can give in 6 seconds, 10 seconds in Subsplash. We already know that's a game changer. But how do you make it easier and easier for the admin? We're going to talk about that as well. And then the last thing here, stewardship. If there's anything that you hear from when I talk about giving, you should be thinking about stewardship. What I mean by that is, am I being a good steward of the resources that I've been entrusted with? And what does that mean, right? We think about that too. Chris Sharp was just saying that we have billions of dollars going through our platform, and our leaders are always thinking, how are we good stewards of what the Lord has entrusted us to do to help these local communities? You should be thinking about that as well, and hopefully you are. But let's dive in a little bit more about what that means. Okay, I love this slide. Game changer. Our grow curve is phenomenal. Now, most legacy giving solutions, other solutions, they have what is like a flat rate, right? You're going to pay whatever it is, 3%, 3.5 plus 40 cents per transaction. That's typical what you see in the industry, right? When we decided to roll out giving, we had this crazy idea, like, what if we can give churches the best rate possible, right? So what we decided to do was get rid of the monthly fee that you're paying for on giving, but then also create a dynamic fee structure that when your generosity increases, your volume increases, your rates work their way down to 1.9, which is incredible. So maybe right now you're using a company that's charging a monthly and charging you 3% per. You won't need to do that on Subsplash. We'll start at 2.3, which is already a killer rate, and work your way down to 1.9, which is really, really cool. And then the heart of that really is for us to find the best way for you to steward your finances. So these are some cool numbers on the Subsplash giving side. We've been able to help churches save $78 million by switching over from their old giving solution to Subsplash giving. I was just talking to a church with one of our CSMs. We're helping them save over $200,000 in the next 2 years just by ditching the old stuff and coming over to and taking advantage of Grow Curve, right? And then the heart of Grow Curve, which is to put money back into your mission, right? So Grow Curve will give a credit back to your church at the end of the quarter, and we've given back up to $6.8 million back to the local church. And it's so cool to see our churches see that come in and use that for expanding their reach in their local community. So I'm pumped about giving. We got some more things we're going to dive into here. Stephen, I'm going to hand it over to you on this slide and take it from here.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Manny. It's just really is exciting to just kind of zoom out and see like what a big impact and what a difference just being able to give that money back to churches and do that. I love the heart of that and the mission kind of behind that. Okay, one of the big things that we do on the product team is we get to hear all the feedback and different things that our customers come in, either whether it's things that you've talked with your CSM about or just and so we're always trying to figure out, like Manny was talking about, like how do we make your job easier? How do we streamline things? And one of those big requests that has come through quite often is just the concept of bulk check scanning and remote deposit. And so that's something that we've been able to release this year and super excited so that it, no matter how many checks you have coming in on a weekly basis, to be able to scan them all really quickly. It saves images of those and just a huge, huge time saver for the team to be able to go in and then quickly input that. assign it to the fund that it needs to go to, assign it to whoever gave the gift. And that's all part of our new Giving Pro package that we have that has the remote check deposit and scanning, and then a few other things in there as well. So if you want to learn more about that, definitely something to ask about. All right, and the next one, very, very excited about this. But before I kind of dive in a little bit, we're just going to go ahead and roll this video and let you see what it's all about. And now.
Hi there, my name is Rachel, and I'm a user experience designer here at Subsplash. I'm so excited to showcase our newest giving feature, campaigns and pledging. With this feature, admins will be able to create campaigns and set goals to track giving progress over time, export a list of pledges and their progress, and create and manage pledges on behalf of donors. And donors will be able to create pledges toward your campaigns and view their pledge progress right in their account. We're so excited about what this means for you and your ministry, so let's check it out. Right off the bat, you'll now find campaigns in your Subsplash Giving dashboard. To get started with a new campaign, click Create Campaign. Next, you'll want to name your campaign, select the start and end date, choose the fund, and optionally set a goal amount. Once you're ready, you can publish your campaign. If your start date is in the future, your campaign will be scheduled and it'll automatically start when it's supposed to. Next, we'll talk about pledges. You can easily create pledges on behalf of your donors right inside the campaign. If you want donors to create their own pledges, you can share the campaign URL. At the campaign URL, a donor can enter their pledge amount and optionally create a recurring gift with their pledge so they can reach their goal more easily. With the frequency and start date selected, we show them how many gifts and the amount it'll take to reach their goal. When donors have created a pledge, they'll see that pledge in their account along with their progress and the gifts they've given toward that goal. Back over in the dashboard, once donors give to their pledges, your campaign page will update to show progress. You can see the number of pledges, total amount pledged, and total amount given. From here, you can also export a list of pledges and their progress. Lastly, when you generate tax statements, the donor's pledge data will appear on their tax statement if they had a pledge during that time period. So there we have it. That's just a quick walkthrough of campaigns and pledging. Thanks for watching, and please reach out to us with any feedback or questions you have. We always love hearing from you, and your feedback will make our giving product even better. We're so excited for how this will help support your ministry as we work to simplify your workflows.
Awesome. Like I said, I was really excited for this one. This is one that we've been thinking about and working on for a long time. And I honestly just think the team knocked it out of the park. I was like, I just want to see a progress bar. That's like I want to make sure whatever we do, we've got a progress bar, and they way beyond that. But
so good.
One of the things I'm excited to talk about is like, that's something that came out earlier this year. And just recently though, we've actually been able to make this new integration with the app. So all of your members who have made pledges or want to see how that's going, directly in their app, when they go to their account menu, they can go in and they can see what their current progress is and the status, and be able to monitor that and kind of adjust that all directly in the app. Because we really are constantly looking forward, saying like, how is this drawing people back to the app? Because the more people that are going to that for more reasons, the more effective it makes everything that we're doing across the platform. So we're always kind of looking for how do we kind of integrate those things. So if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and try that out today.
Awesome. Thanks, Steven. Well, hey, we're really excited to announce a new partnership that we actually have here with Subsplash, and it's our partnership with End Given. And we hear from our clients all the time that they want to expand their giving, right? And they want to accelerate different ways that they can help their unlock generosity at their church. So End Given will help us accelerate that. And I'm excited for you all to see how now you're going to be able to accept stock donations as well as crypto gifts, which is really exciting. So I want you to take a look at this video from James Lawrence, who is the co-founder and CEO of End Given. Take a look at this video.
Hello everyone, I'm James Lawrence, co-founder and CEO of End Given, and I am so excited to announce a new partnership with Subsplash. End Given is dedicated to making complex asset donations with cryptocurrency and stock simple and safe. End Given and Subsplash share a common mission, a commitment to empowering ministries, which is why this new partnership is so meaningful and powerful. We're excited to share that through this partnership, Subsplash Giving customers can now set up and manage stock and crypto donations with no setup or monthly fees. This integration will simplify the non-cash giving process for your church or ministry and provide immediate access to the billions of dollars worth of crypto and stock donated to ministries each year by individuals. Crypto and stock donations are not only a proven way to engage your givers, they are also typically major gifts, averaging more than $15,000 each, which means they provide a substantial opportunity for larger, tax-friendly contributions that organizations may not have tapped into before. Managing these types of donations can be complex and time-consuming for ministries, but with this partnership, you'll have a seamless, secure, and automated experience for your staff and for your givers. Our goal is to remove the barriers, reduce complexity, and broaden your support opportunities so that you can focus on your mission. We are so excited about this partnership and cannot wait to see how it will empower your ministry to grow and thrive.
That is so exciting to launch that partnership with NGiven. And, right now really is the right time. Stephen, you and I were talking about this as we're preparing for this event, right? We have the end of the year coming right now, and it's a phenomenal opportunity for you to expand different ways that people can give, right? And so it's relatively super simple. So if you're a client and you're using our giving, reach out to your CSM, reach out to our team. If you're not on Subsplash Giving, you need to come over to Subsplash Giving and get the best giving platform on the planet, but then also be able to unlock some of these things by being able to give stock and crypto.
Yeah, and don't worry if you don't even know what crypto is, okay? Your people do, and this gives them just like more options and more ways to kind of use their generosity, especially like Manny mentioned, at the end of the year, this is when a lot of those things happen. So now's the time to check it out if you haven't.
Hey, one more thing on this really quickly too. So in case there's any confusion, this is not an additional monthly, right? So if you're already on our platform, you just tag this on as an extension to what you're already doing with Subsplash Giving, and a great opportunity here at the end of the year.
Yeah, some cool new, other exciting things to talk about. Tax statement personalization. All right. This is something as tax statements are going to be coming out next year and you're thinking about that. One of the requests we get is definitely to more and more have it be personalized to the church. So it looks like it's coming from you and, not directly from Subsplash. And so that's why we've come in and we're adding a few features on here. So it's got your branding and your logo and other things that just make it more personalized to your church as you send out tax statements. And I know this is something that's going to be delightful for bookkeepers, but also delightful for all your people that are getting the tax statements, and just kind of adds that next level of trust as they go out there. So excited to announce that. But let's keep going. All right, here's another one that's coming up. Payment forms. So if you've been wanting to use Subsplash for more than just donations, maybe you've even started to use them for paid event registrations and things like that, and love the features that we have going over there, we're going to be doing a big upgrade to our forms coming next year. And this is a way that you can go and make those non-charitable payments and have more flexibility around doing things like if you have maybe a school connected and you want to charge for tuition, or maybe it's just, some shirts or things that you're trying to sell and want a quick way to do that. We've got a lot of huge improvements coming that way. So I'm really excited about that one, and make sure to stay tuned for more as we get that ready.
Absolutely.
All right. Speaking of events, let's dive into that. This is one that over the past few years, our team has been making huge leaps forward in the world of events and registration and everything that's around that. So I'm really excited to kind of share with you a few more things that we have done this year. But let's go ahead and just kind of get an overview of some of the new features that we've rolled out.
All right. Lots of new exciting things coming to our events platform. So really, really cool to see that. And really what we're really wanting to continue to focus on is how do we make this simple and integrated to the rest of the platform for you, right? Most of you know you have this platform for events, this platform for your websites, this platform for that, right? And so being able to have a place where it's automated and those things are working quickly, that is what we're after. That is what we're doing. So obviously the platform being integrated, we even heard it on the spotlight earlier in the event about how you upload that event and it's going to go to your app, your website, boom, all in one click, which is a huge time saver, right? Also, how is the data that we're gathering at these events, either the paid stuff or registering, or how is that feeding the people database, which is important, obviously, for you all to track and to be able to follow up, and then some flexibility on the payments and settings and some of the components that we have there. So that is really exciting. A recent release when we talk about the flexibility of our platform and the payment side is discount codes, right? So maybe you have a conference coming up and you want to do an early bird special. Right now you can do that through the platform, and it's actually time stamped as well. Maybe you only want to do November, December to get some early registrants. Just adds that flexibility. And I know all the youth pastors that are here listening are like, oh, this is amazing, right? Because you want to get people to at least, give them an incentive for them to go in and get a discount and sign up for your event. Really, really exciting. Now, along with that, we have an update on our partial payments release. Take a look at this video.
Hey there, Ryan here, a product manager for Team Events. I am so excited to showcase our newest events feature, partial payments. With partial payments, you'll be able to let guests pay for upcoming events like VBS, conferences, and student camps with multiple payments instead of all at once. We're so excited about what this means for you and your ministry, so let's dive right in. When setting up a paid event, you can choose to allow partial payments for each ticket type. You can require the full amount, just a deposit, or even allow parties to register with no payment at all so they can pay later. While registering for an event with partial payments enabled, you'll find a new field called Primary Contact. Having a primary contact makes sure at least one person is getting updates about the event and any remaining balances. This is only present for everyone registers types events, and the primary contact can be someone who's not even attending. Depending on how you configure the payment options, guests can pay in full, a minimum amount, or let you know they intend to pay at a later date entirely. When navigating to the guest list for your event, you can see a list of registered guests in a brand new table layout. Quickly see who is paid in full, as well as who has an outstanding balance. Check the top right corner to see the total amount that's been collected, alongside a count of parties with unpaid balances, so you can know what's coming later. When you click into an individual guest row on the table, you can see the status of their ticket balance and any details for the party. Clicking on the amount paid lets you see a timeline of all payments made towards the balance so far. If you want, you can even mark the party as paid, zeroing out their remaining balance and adding a memo for context. Heading back to the guest list, you can choose to send a reminder email to all guests with unpaid balances. The email will include a link where any guest can make a subsequent payment towards their outstanding balance. As a reminder, these emails will always go to a party's primary contact, even if all the other guests have opted out of email updates. When one of your guests clicks that link, they can make a follow-up payment and even pay the remainder in full. That wraps up our video for today. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to reach out to us if you have any questions or feedback. We can't wait to see how partial payments will help your ministry reach more people through your events.
All right, so partial payments, that is a big update, and one of the big reasons I'm excited for that is if you're having events that have like a larger dollar amount, or you just want people to kind of be able to pay over time, it just gives you so much flexibility around that. And one thing I'll even call out, if you didn't catch on it in the video, when you make that payment and you want to go and make additional payments, you actually get this URL to a page that's like a shareable URL. So even let's say you have like a mission trip or something that you're trying to, get the money for, and you want to go send it out to grandma or grandpa or someone else that wants to help contribute to that payment, like that URL is shareable and you can send it to other people. So other people can kind of make those payments as well and be able to track it. So really, really cool. And I think there's going to unlock a lot of possibilities with that. Well, in addition to partial payments, here's another big one that is coming very, very soon. And this is event attendance. So in addition to like check-ins that you're able to go in and like check in to see when people come, whether that's their kids check-in or any other event, another big need is just the need to add like a total head count. So obvious example of this is on a Sunday morning when you've got like a lot of people there and someone's job is to just literally count the number of heads that are in the seats. You can now track that directly through Subsplash and be able to see trends over time. So this is a big one that really excited. So this one's going to be coming really soon. So be on the lookout for that one as well. All right. Speaking of check-in, check-in was a huge thing that we announced last year at this same event. And we have just been blown away by the response to this. We've had a lot of customers that have been adopting it. And one of our big goals when we did check-in is we didn't want to just do it. We wanted to make sure that we were doing it in a way that was better than anything else that was out there. So we paid a ton of attention to how is traffic flow? How quickly can we get people in and out? And not only that, how is it integrating with the rest of our system? And we've gotten some really good responses. I think we've got even just a few quotes from some customers that said we switched to Subsplash check-in about a month ago. Everyone loves it. Multiple O's there just for this. Check-in with Subsplash is much better and more stable system and better for new people. In fact, I had one story from a customer that they were just trying out check-in. So during the week, they had like a weekly event and they switched and were using the new Subsplash check-in system. And then when Sunday rolled back around, the people were upset because they wanted like the new one and they liked that one so much better. So it's cool to hear that just from a product standpoint. That warms my heart to hear how much people are loving it and using it. So, but this year, one of the things that we've added to make it even better, again, how is this tying back to your app, is actually the new mobile pre-check feature. This allows you, like if you've got yourself set up in check-in, when you come the next Sunday morning, like a parent can just open the app and pre-check their kids in before they even get there, which allows you when you walk up, you can just kind of scan a QR code and it'll just print out the tags right there and you don't have to wait in line kind of punching in all this. So that's good for a lot of reasons. Not only does it help speed up traffic flow, but just remember, this is another way, like if you're trying to get more people to use your app and you're trying to get that adoption going, this is another way that we help do that, because the more people that adopt this for that pre-check-in feature and just say, hey, I want this, then the more people that are using the app and the more effective the messages and all those things that you're talking about are getting out there. So excited about this one as well.
I know I will be looking forward to that when my church is able to deploy mobile check-in, because those lines can get crazy, Stephen. And then worship starting and you're rushing, but being able to have those regular people that already know the system go in and check in. And that also unlocks you to then engage new families, right? And be able to see, hey, let me help you get set up, and allow some of the people that are managing the check-in station there to focus on what they need to focus on. So, all right. I said earlier that we are going to announce the winner of a new iPad Air. And so I am super pumped to announce that our winner, feel that suspense, Stephen. Our winner of the new iPad Air, by the way, which you could use with your check-in through Subsplash, is Don Austin from Impact Church. Congrats, Don. That's also the name of my mother-in-law, Dawn. So that's awesome. Don Austin, congrats on winning your iPad Air. Our team will be following up with you and making sure that you are getting set up with your new iPad. So let's keep going, Stephen. We got a lot more to go through. We got a few stuff that we want to chat about. And I want to talk about media. So media to me is one of those parts of our platform that you can see the tangible impact on how it can change somebody's life. One of the things that we talk about on the CSM side is, believing that, a sermon can change somebody's life. Now we know the gospel will change somebody's life, but the right sermon at the right time and at the right place, which might not be sitting down on a Sunday, which we want that, but sometimes it's not that time. So how are we innovative to help you reach and engage people with your content that ultimately leads to kingdom impact and change, right? So when we're thinking about our media platform, we've been innovating on this for years, but we really want to focus on boosting your kingdom impact through the content that you are releasing, right? So a couple of things how we do that, right, is through our Subsplash Live and our reliable streaming. We're actually going to talk about some updates with that Really pumped to talk about that here in a second. And then how do we streamline the workflow for those media pastors, right? One of the things I love to do when I'm talking to clients, especially if I'm talking to like a tech director, I'm like, hey, when was the last time you had lunch with your family after church? And it's a sobering thought, but they're like, oh, I got to upload this. I got to do this. I got to do that. And I'm like, man, like automate and streamline your work. And so like, it's really cool that even on the Subsplash side, you can go live stream on Subsplash. That's going to encode. That's going to be going to where it needs to and automate to where you want to publish it without having to manage all the other things that you're doing on a Sunday. So streamlining your workflow, top priority for us. And then you've seen over the last few years, and Steven, I know you've been focusing on this a lot, is making the app more personalization, specifically when it comes to consuming content, right? So we released our personalized media tab and some of those components so that people can keep track of what they're watching and even some suggestions based on what series they're on and topics that they are watching. But we've also released some ways to make that content look the way that you want. So we're able to maybe make some changes on the front end to display the way that you would want it to be. So we'll talk more through that. Now, speaking of reaching people where they are, let's take a look at this video. First ever Apple CarPlay for the church. Come on, that deserves a fist pump right there. If that doesn't get you excited, I mean, it's so cool the way that we innovate and we're trying to help engage people on their commute, on their travel, whatever, when they're in their car, being able to go into their church app and say, you know what's going on at First Baptist, bang, and being able to upload the most recent sermon, listen to a podcast by your church, just incredible stuff. So I'm really, really pumped about that. So make sure that if you're not using CarPlay and Android Auto, go ahead and get that connected. Get that going on your Subsplash account. Now, a couple other things on the media side that we made some updates. I'm going to go through some of these. Our media design update, right? So now with some of this front end changes and some of the way that it works, you can share an entire media series right there in your group messaging, right? In the group messaging that you're already using, or you can now just send it, hey, take a look at this series, and it's going to show the entire 5-part series or whatever that is. So that's a big update. So now you can do that through the Subsplash platform. This is another huge hot off the press release, which is the Subsplash Live tab is now active in your personalized media tab, right? So, and it's dynamic, right? So if you schedule your Subsplash, your live to go at 9 o'clock on a Sunday, it'll actually just bubble up to the top of your app and be able to, people can go and click right into that and join into their stream. One of the things that we see when we're looking at the analytics on the back end at Subsplash is that we usually see churches see a spike on Sunday on their TV apps, on their mobile apps, on different things. And a lot of that is people wanting to get access to the live stream. So now being able for people right in your church app, boom, go to the live stream and be able to see that is really, really cool. And again, it automates. It's going to remove it from that section after that, so you don't have to go and manually adjust all that. So Steven, did you want to add anything to this or anything else?
I would just encourage also, like if maybe you've been with Subsplash for a while and you've got like the old media tab that you're still using, to upgrade to the media tab, the new one that we have here. This is not only is it dynamic like this, so like Manny said, I mean, when you're doing a live stream, it's going to pop up to the top. But this is where the personalization comes in. This is where we're like recommending content based on other things that they've watched. And that personalization, I know it's a buzzword, but it's really about like trying to get the relevant content to a person, like with what they're going through right now. Like, so they might be struggling with anxiety and you can see they've watched something on anxiety. And if we've got other videos and other content that's tagged with that, we can start recommending that as well. It also is another way to encourage people to log in. And when they're logging in, they're like generating an account, they're generating a profile on Subsplash that you can use for other things as well. So like this is a big thing to kind of like help that adoption and for your individual users to get like more use out of the app as a whole. So encourage you to check that out if you haven't yet.
Yeah. Absolutely. And as we keep rolling with some of the updates on Subsplash Live, we're excited that we are announcing Subsplash Live RS. And this is a big change on the protocol and how we do our streaming, right? And so some of you have been using Subsplash Live, loving it, killing it. It's been awesome. With this update, it's going to make Subsplash Live even more reliable. So maybe some of you that are in spotty parts of the country, or maybe you don't have the best connection, this new protocol that we're releasing with Subsplash Live RS is going to allow you to be able to minimize any interruptions or anything that will impact people that are tuning in to your live stream. And then here's a big part of this. Other companies out there are going to force you to use their proprietary encoder, right? Which usually is a big upfront cost. And there's other components to that. So we've decided not to build it that way. We want to make sure that we can work with the systems that you have. So if you have questions about this, connect with your CSM or talk to your MC, but you don't have to box you into this, encoder that you have to use. You can bring in your own encoder and get some of the Subsplash Live RS goodness without having to make all those changes as well. So Steven, I'm excited about this. And we have some clients on beta already doing it, and some clients live with it.
We're already starting to roll this out, and so some of you will see it already live in your dashboard. You can go into the settings, but we're going to be slowly rolling it out to more and more customers for the rest of the year. And by the end of the year, it should be available to everybody. But if this is you, and this is hey, yeah, we are one of these people that has a not so stable internet connection, and that can affect our live stream, reach out to your CSM. We can get you on this early. A large majority of customers that have switched over to this are already seeing better quality, better connections, all of that kind of stuff for it. So I would highly recommend, if this is something you're interested in, just reach out to your CSM and we can get you set up with it right away.
Absolutely. Steven,
all right. Websites, right? We like to look at websites as saying this is the front door to your church, right? Apps are more for members. This is how you're engaging on a daily basis throughout the week. Websites are where people are coming to go and see, explore your church and find out what's going on there. So let's dive into a few of the updates that we've done with websites this year. One, just a reminder, this is something that integrates with the whole Subsplash platform. Whatever we're trying to do, we're always at the product side of things. We're saying, the platform is the product. And what we mean by that is how well it's connected and how well does it all work together, so that when you adopt everything, there's just certain things that automatically start happening and you just start seeing benefits from that. So platform integration, we've got powerful forms and we've got some updates to that. But also just even having this, again, one of the things is if you're using Subsplash for your media and you adopt Subsplash for your websites as well, we're generating so many pages for you dynamically. So it's helping with SEO and it's helping with discovery and it's helping for a lot of things that are just happening automatically as we do this. So let's go ahead and let's keep talking about some of these. All right, profile forms. We launched these earlier this year. And this is something that is, one, it's been huge. We've gotten a lot of adoption from it. People have been loving it. It allows you to go in, create these forms simply and easily, conditional statements, all that kind of stuff. But one of the things that we've integrated with is so that you can now, when people use the profile forms and fill those out, you can automatically add them to a contact list that's inside of the management system. So if you want to keep track of people and communicate with them later, this contact list integration is something that's going to help out a lot with that. And then also, okay, this is a big one. This has been one of the most highly requested features we've had on the platform. Just, hey, can we please show our events? And it was hard to know, is this a website or is this an event update? Can we please show our events in a calendar view so that we can see them all at one time and share them that way? And so right inside of Snap Pages now, there is an integration that allows you to do just that. You can drop the new events block onto a page. You can view it as a calendar. In mobile view, it'll show it as a list. You can even view it as a weekly agenda if you want to kind of scroll through the different types. But this is really, really helpful to see what all is going on at the church at a glance, especially for visitors and stuff that want to see what's going on and be able to get involved that way.
I love that. Yeah, I think events are so integral to a church, right? A church is managing events, getting people there, getting people connected. And really the hope for that would be to get people connected to community, get people connected to their next step in their discipleship journey, like Chris was mentioning earlier. So when we talk about groups at Subsplash, that's something that we're always thinking about as well. It's how do we leverage technology to help people find their group, find their community as efficiently as possible, right? And in a way where, you as a church can see what's going on as well on the back end on the groups and communication. So a couple of things when it comes to groups on Subsplash. We really want to make sure that we're helping your people find community in an efficient, simple way for them to do that, right? So we focus on engagement at Subsplash right now. The admin side is extremely important, and we're always continuing to make that better. But how do we make it easier for the end user? How can they discover that group? And it's like, it seems natural. Like sometimes I go to another church and I'm trying to find a group and I'm like, I don't even know where to go, right? So making sure that that is simple, easy for people to find what they need is extremely important. And then once they're in that group, how are they communicating, right? And so we've talked about messaging in the past, but for those that might not know, this is a messaging platform integrated into your church app. That's insane. You don't got to go download another app or use another communication tool, and have, again, driving people back to your app, and messaging and community in their group is really, really important. Not to mention safe and secure, where you're able to have those conversations happening on your platform, as opposed to maybe a different platform that you have no idea what's going on. So this is a really cool tool. I was talking to a church a couple weeks ago talking about this, and they were like, this, they couldn't believe that this is something that they can do on the platform, which is really, really exciting. So groups. One recent release that we just came out with is talking about discoverability and making it simple for people to find, is group gathering details, right? So if you've been using groups in the past, you probably saw these updates come through, but now it's easier for people to see the specifics of that group, where it's located, the time, who's, all the details that you would need to see if, does this line up with currently my life, right? Like can I actually go and attend this group? Is this the right fit for me? So a lot of those updates are included not only just in the mobile app, but also in the group finder on the website. So just to reiterate, Groups is a full groups tool. It does not have to be just in the app, even though that's what we recommend. You can use a group finder on the website as well. So, man, Steven, this is so cool, all the stuff that we're talking about, but this has to be one of my favorite parts right now, when we start talking about what's coming up in 2025, which is insane to think that we're in 2025. But Steven, I'm gonna hand it over to you, and I'm just gonna follow you and just be my eyes glued to the screen.
Okay, man, you're ready. You're ready. Get ready for this. All right, 2025 is just around the corner, and that's hard to believe, but it is. And so what we wanted to do is just give you guys a little taste of what we're working on and what the team's going to be coming out with in 2025. So if this is the moment you've been waiting for, here it is to find out what is Subsplash going to come out with next. All right, Manny, you were talking about groups. The latest feature that we're working on in the group space is group events and attendance. If you're a part of a small group, if you've ever been part of a small group, not only are you meeting on kind of like a regular time, but sometimes you have other events that pop up. And this is a way for people within the app, the group managers, to go in and set up their own events directly through that. So the church admin doesn't need to come and create an event here. Like the group manager can come in, they can create an event, they can easily share it out with their members, and the group members can see like who's going to be able to come and RSVP and things. But also once they're at those events, being able to track like who came. And being able to easily track attendance through the app and be able to mark who's there and who's not there, just to make sure that everybody's getting the attention they need and no one's falling through the cracks if you can see so-and-so hasn't been there in a while. I know personally, we use messaging and we use the app a lot at my church, and we've got like a Friendsgiving coming up this Sunday that we're doing a lot of planning for, and we've got to make sure everybody's got all the right things that we're bringing. So definitely excited to be working on this and releasing that next year. So in addition to that, we have been working across the Subsplash platform to more and more make this like a system of record for you to be able to use your people database and be able to use that in new and exciting ways. And so one of the things that we're launching directly on the Subsplash platform is going to be adding custom fields and advanced profile filters. And really what this allows you to adapt the system more to your own personal needs. Every church is different. Every church tracks things a little bit differently. So this is going to allow you to go in and add those additional profile fields that maybe aren't just the standard ones that we offer right out of the gate. But also, how can I find the right people? How can I use those properties and use all of those things that are on the profiles to be able to filter people, to be able to group them, to be able to export lists, to be able to go and communicate with them? The advanced filtering and the custom fields are all going to help greatly with that. So that's one that we're definitely really, really excited about. Also, After you've got those groups, after you've filtered people, like what are you going to do with it? 9 times out of 10, you're trying to figure out how can I effectively communicate to that group. And so we've got some exciting updates in the realm of communication. We've got some, a rich HTML email editor that we're working on that's going to allow you to send those mail outs out in a more personalized, customized fashion. And just try to make sure that the communications that you're sending out are as effective as possible, and to make sure that it's doing it all in a seamless way. So if you've been using like the Snap Pages editor and you like the way that works, I mean, this is how our new email editor is going to work. And so really, really excited for what's coming. So there's going to be some big things coming for communication next year. So be sure to be on the lookout for more coming in 2025. Also, get ready. Are you ready? If you're not, I need you to get ready, okay? Because this is big. This is one that we have been asking for a long, long time. People have been asking about this. Coming to the Subsplash platform. All right, workflows and automations, okay? This is a big one. This is one where, like, if you are trying to make sure that you are following up with people, that when people fill out a connect card or fill out a form, like who's reaching out, who's connecting with them, this has been a big request. And I know that, this is something that is used internally a lot with churches, but then also something that's like shared out with volunteers. So we've got a lot that we're working on this space, and this is just kind of like a light tease of where we're going. But just know when this comes out next year, it's going to be fully integrated with the whole Subsplash platform. It's going to be something that is easy to use, easy to share out, and just make sure that you are keeping track of the things that are most important to you, and no one's losing sleep about, okay, is everybody feeling like they've been reached out to, and has everybody been connected with, and being able to keep track of all of that stuff in a seamless way. So workflows and automations, a lot more details are going to be coming about this in the future, but just know this is coming next year. And we couldn't be more excited for what that's going to mean for the platform.
That's awesome, Stephen. I am so excited to see that we are releasing those automations and processes. It's going to be so much fun in those flows. All right. Hey, also, all the things that are coming out on the Subsplash platform, we have a new way for you to stay up to date on the new releases that we're having, right? So you're going to see a link. You go ahead and make sure that you click on that. This allows you to be subscribed to some of the updates that Subsplash is releasing, to see what's coming, to see the new iterations that are coming out every week. It seems like there's things always coming out. So make sure that you save that link. This is the best way for you all to be able to stay connected with what's going on at Subsplash. And we don't want you guys to miss that.
And you can even, one of the great things about this new feature is like you can actually even subscribe to these updates. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button. You want to get the latest and greatest of what Subsplash is doing all the time. Like that is the best way to do it. And there is so much stuff that the team is coming out with all the time. Honestly, like it's more than we can even show in these presentations. So make sure you're doing that so you're seeing all of the goodness that's coming out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, listen, we love being able to share all these updates with you all. And we see the impact when we're working with our clients, the difference that our platform makes for a church that's leveraging these tools to reach their people on Sunday and even beyond Sunday. So listen, if you are a current client, you need to connect to your CSM today. Don't wait. Go right now and connect with your CSM. We got some holiday savings and some opportunities for you all to get some discounts on some of the new things that we've released here that you even saw during our presentation. So we have the best CSM team on the planet. I believe that. Call them. They're going to help you figure out what your next step is at Subsplash. And if you are not part of Subsplash and you're like, this is amazing, I need to get connected with somebody today, go ahead. There's a link that's going to go out here to make sure to click and book a demo with one of our consultants, right? We take a consultative approach to each church because we want to make sure that it's the right fit in how we deploy some of these technologies to your church. So new signups will receive 2 months on Subsplash if you sign up before 11:30. So go ahead and book a demo with your MC. And man, this is an opportunity for you to change the game and level up the way that you're engaging your people, discipling your people, and helping your people connect to the Lord, which is what we're all here to do, right? So we want to thank you for joining us today. man, I'm so happy about what we've been able to do at Subsplash and what we will continue to do. And it's pretty phenomenal, Stephen, to see like how the Lord has been blessing our business and how we're just doing what we feel is the next right thing to do here. And it's been pretty cool to see that.